Some people, they say, who are you, Muslim or Hanafi? Who are you going to follow? Imam Abu Hanifa or Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Imam Shafi or Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam? What a stupid question. These people are trying to put kufr in the minds and in the tongues of people. There is simply no comparison. If a person is Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali, whatever, it doesn't mean he gives Abu Hanifa or Shafi rahmahullah or Imam Malik or Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal preference over Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. How can any Muslim give preference to any Imam over Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam? When a person says he's a Hanafi, he's a Shafi, he's a Maliki, that means from the teachings of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, from the controversial, ambiguous, undefined issues, he follows the interpretation of Abu Hanifa, or he follows the interpretation of Imam Shafi, or Imam Malik, or Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahimahumullah. It does not mean if a person is Hanafi or Shafi, yes, he has turned his back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Na'udhu billah min dhalik. But many jahils, many total absolute jahils, and they put the ordinary simple-minded Muslim into this difficult situation. Don't you say you're a Hanafi, don't you say you're a Shafi or a Maliki or a Hanbali. Well, what's wrong with saying if you're a Hanafi or a Maliki or a Shafi or a Hanbali? It only means that in the controversial issues, how many times did the Prophet ﷺ said prayer was obligatory? 5 times. How many times did the Hanafis pray?
5.
Shafis?
5.
Malikis?
5.
Hanbalis?
5.
Salafis?
5.
So when Hanafi prays 5 times a day, what time do Salafis pray Fajr? After sunrise, before sunrise? Before sunrise, before dawn, after dawn, between dawn and sunrise. Hanafis, Shafis, Malikis, Hanbalis, Salafis. In the basics of Islam, where there is no controversy, everybody is the same. Whether you're Hanafi, whether you're Maliki, whether you're Shafi, mashallah, these are different ways, these are different madhabs, as they say. This madhab doesn't mean a different religion. This means a different interpretation. Controversial issues. When the Prophet ﷺ in different hadiths raised his hands before ruku and after ruku, in other hadiths he did it. Ameen loudly, on occasions lowly. On occasions putting your hands slightly higher, slightly lower. And in other issues, is that Islam, whether you put your hand here or whether you put your hand here? So much, just this makes a difference whether you're a Muslim or a Kafir, whether you give preference to Rasulullah or Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. These are just plain, for 1400 years, Ummah as a whole, from the east to the west, from the north to the south, has been following one of the Imams, no problem. Whether you follow Imam Shafi, whether you follow Imam Malik, whether you follow Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, or whether you follow Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah, no problem. Brother, this is a Sahih hadith. Who are you going to follow? Imam Abu Hanifa or the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Ordinary Muslim doesn't know. Of course we are going to follow the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But what this man who's putting this ordinary Muslim, simple-minded Muslim into such a position, what he himself being a jahil, he doesn't know that what he is doing, what Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah has also said, is also based on Sahih hadith. In fact, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah and Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal were of the opinion even a Za'if hadith is better than no hadith. Even a Za'if hadith is better than no hadith. Za'if hadith is better than his own thinking. Other people, if they are Za'if, la hawla wa la quwwata